interesting.
All right, we're going to start with Jurassic Feud, everybody.
Yes.
This is from Vesuvius Media, and this is Jurassic Feud, a follow-up to Catapult Feud. This was already crowdfunded, and it will be a 2025 release. This one, if you hadn't guessed, you launch stuff from the dinos, and you trying to wreck your opponent's constructions. Same thing as Catapult Feud, but they're now dinosaurs.
I feel like Catapult Feud was dumb fun, and this is dumber fun, and I'm like 100% here for it. Like, I love it
Where do
so
you go
much.
from here? You know what I mean?
They put that quote on the back of the box.
Yeah. We started with dumb fun, then went dumber fun, or dumber funner.
Dumber funner.
Dumber funner.
And I'm here for it.
And I'm here for it.
Too dumb,
I love
too
this
fun.
so much.
So yeah, you
makes
pick
me-
your warriors. You then use your little bricks to build a little prehistoric style fortress, and you put your little warriors on top of the fort, and then you throw stuff. You launch boulders at
Rubber
each other.
balls and smelly fish and all kinds of goodness.
Yeah, you're tossing all sorts of things. And this is compatible, by the way, with Catapult Feud. It's a standalone thing, but you can combine it with the old game and dumber funner.
Dinosaurs versus knights. This would resolve the age-old debate. Could a legion of knights take down a T-Rex?
I love it.
This is a science experiment in a box. This
I would
is
love to
educational
see
we
that.
for
need,
kids.
yeah.
That was like a
we need
mad
to.
scientist. I would definitely, that would be one of my experiments. Bring back a T-Rex. Be like, what's it take to take down a T-Rex with, age-old weaponry?
Also bring back
Here's
Lancelot while you're at
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah,
why
I
not?
guess.
Why not?
Here's a bow. Okay,
I live!
a bow's
Fight
not
with
enough. Here's 2 bows.
Here's 2 bows. How many bows does it take?
All right, next up, we are looking at another dino piece of news. This is Dodos Riding Dinos, a follow-up to that, or a spin-off, I should say. Dodos Riding Dinos' first race. And this one is, as you might guess, one which is targeted at a younger audience. This is going to be crowdfunded. It will be a standalone game. It'll feature new tracks, new projectiles, smaller packaging, and simpler effects so that it can be approached by younger players. That's the idea there. It is from Detestable Games and Draco Studios, and it's Dodo bird riding a dinosaur like in the other one. So same idea.
You like this one, right?
I love the original one a lot. I haven't played this. There's like a sequel.
The
that's
Dodo
like
Dash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I haven't played yet. But this one is interesting because people, I think, will say, like, the game's already so simple. But they forget that, like, a kid's game, you don't want to have a handful of cards with a lot of text on it.
Right.
And these ones
Kids
do
are
have a decent
dumb.
amount. I would refute it if I could.
I don't know what refute means.
Conversation.
Conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is super fun. I mean, I think that just with the last one we looked at, the Catapult Feud, same thing. Yes, you're launching stuff at each other and destroying castles, but you have a hand of 3 cards and powers to play. So similar kind of here where it's like it's just a little bit too much for that 5-year-old. So I think this is super, super cute.
Yep,
Yeah, look
keep
forward
an eye out for this one, folks. Next up, we are looking at another piece of dinosaur
What?
news. It's a dinosaur week. It's a dinosaur.
Is this game called Roaring Twenties?
This game is called Roaring Twenties. Okay,
Oh,
This is my
wow.
pick of the week.
Roaring
We do that
Twenties
here, right?
Yeah.
Right. Based on the title alone.
Roaring Twenties is a 3-to-5 player bidding card game from Leo Colovidi and Deep Print Games. What do dinosaurs have to do with the 20s, you ask? Unknown to most, Louis Armstrong and someone I don't know liked to dress up as velociraptors between club sets and
What?
scare waitresses. Da-da-da. Here's how to play. Don't worry about that. It's fluff. It's fake. It's
How
a
do you
joke.
know it's fake? You
It's
weren't
a
there.
joke.
You weren't
Roaring
there, though. I
20s.
know.
It's a dinosaur dressed like a flapper. Let's move on.
The other name is Bixpederki. I know a decent amount of jazz history. And
I don't know
I'm
who
not
that is.
familiar with him.
Shame on Mike for not linking that to a
I know.
Wikipedia.
How is this? Should be
I mean,
this should be a link,
Yeah,
okay?
he linked Deep Print Games, but not Bix. Come on.
Anyway, the way
Mike.
this works is each round you're going to bid on a dino or you're going to pass, as every dino has different preferences. You either need the right snacks to lure it or the splendid gems you need to bribe it. Basically, typical dinosaur entrapment. If you want to jump out of the bidding, you place your mine card on one of the bid cards available. The earlier you pass, the more choices you have. Whoever sticks in the bidding long enough wins the dino. Then they decide whether to pay with snacks or gems, with no change if you overpay. Of course.
This sounds like something I'm going to like.
It sounds like something I want to try.
Yeah.
I'm always a little cautious of Leo Colovini games, but this one has a really cute look. I do like the dinosaurs. I like the clarity and the simplicity of those cards. Yeah, I'll mess with this.
Yeah, 100%. Big Spaderki, by the way, was a cornetist and pianist who he only lived to be 28. So
Good night.
yeah, tough life for jazz musicians in the 20s. Man.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs were eating them all.
Because he was dressed as a dino and someone shot him with a bow for a science experiment? Perhaps?
I'm going to guess
Perchance?
no.
I'm just saying.
Next up, let's look at some butts. This is a game called Sail or Die from Loosey Goosey. And if you don't know, folks, Loosey Goosey, their best known game would be that Surfing T-Rex game.
Surfosaurus Max. Yeah.
Surfosaurus Max. So it's kind of dinosaur adjacent, this game. We're still on dinosaurs. Also, they love butts over there. Wow. Like Bag of Butts, that's one of theirs. Various, several of their games have booty butts that look kind of like this one.
They do.
All right, so here's the way this works. It's a 2 to 5 player card game. You're trying to, it gives you 15 points, a handful of cards. You're trying to keep the points. You're trying to ditch the cards out of your hand. You start a round. Anybody plays. The first player plays a single card to the center, and everybody else can play as many cards as the previous player, but in a color that's not face up on the table yet. Place a token, a point token in the center, then play as many cards as the previous player in a color that's already present. You have to pay a point if you want to, play something that's already there.
Color.
Or place a point in the center, clear all the played cards, and then play exactly one more card than the previous player in any color. Any one color, I guess.
Okay.
Or you can retrieve your tokens from the center, pass, sit out until play resets. Everybody passes. Sounds very simple. Sounds like a really straightforward game. Trying to, again, you need to spend those little points, kind of put them in the middle to get those cards out of your hand if somebody played the colors you wanted to. But you don't want to do that too often. You want to keep those points. Pretty cute. I'm guessing the shark, the butt, the flower, it's all just, it's cute. It's nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I assume so.
And then after 3 rounds, whoever has the most points is the winner.
I would be completely uninterested in this game if it weren't for the fact that Surfosaurus Max was an amazing game. Like I really love that card game a lot. And yeah, the surfing and the dinosaur, all that like fluff they put on there, doesn't really matter. It's just a clever card game. This one sounds clever. Their first 4 that we played here in the studio were all bad.
Oh, so Surfosaurus Max was the exception.
Yes.
Yeah.
Swung the other way.
Absolutely. So this one reads clever.
Okay.
Sounds like a card shedding game that I might like, but mostly it's the fact that their last game was leaps and bounds so much better than the other ones.
And how did the last one read? Did it read?
It sounded clever.
Like this.
Oh, you're so smart. Look at you, so sophisticated.
Oh.
That's why he's a mad scientist.
Demoing how to read a book.
All right, Sail or Die, Bag of Butts. Next up, we've got 7 Merry Monsters. This is another card game from Martin Schlegel
Schlegel?
Yeah, sure.
and 10 Traders. 10 Traders being the publisher. And this falls into the category of, hang on, trick
Adorable.
takers.
Oh my gosh, come on. They
in which
almost
you want
got
to
me.
dodge
Come on.
as often as you take.
What?
Here's a short description we have. Okay, you ready? In 7 Merry Monsters, only the numerical value of a card is important in a trick.
Ooh.
And any cards you win in the trick are added to your display. But in the end, only the color of the cards counts. Ha ha!
Oh my gosh, no.
The player who plays the highest card in a trick wins those cards and places them in their display. However, if a second player plays the same highest card in the trick, they immediately decide who wins. Any player who hasn't played a card yet can now play a card from their hand in their display. Okay. At the end, you score points for the cards in your display. It's a good idea to collect as many different monsters as possible, but as few of the same color as possible.
Ooh.
Does that make sense?
I don't think I've disliked a game upon reading it this strongly.
It reads well,
No.
but it smells bad.
No, it's like this is like the worst of trick taking because it's like this matters now, but not later. But get it like completely ignore this until here, but then make sure you're varying, but also focus. No, I like that cover.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, this designer's pretty bad, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Got it. Well,
Wow.
that's a disappointment because I was in.
Yeah?
Until you say,
It might
I'll
be
still
good.
try.
It might be good, yeah.
Yeah, this could be the Sharkosaurus Max of butts. You know what I mean?
Of monsters, you mean?
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I like it. All right, moving on. You ready? Charad sheets. Yeah!
Oh,
This is a 2 to 4 player dice game that is coming out from NSV, and NSV does a lot of games that look exactly like this.
This one's more green.
It's like
than
a-
This
most
one's
of the
more
other
green.
games.
They have a lot of dice with columns, and they do like all the roll and writes that look like this are from this company,
Okay.
probably. Okay,
Got it.
you take points, you give points. Both can lead to success in Charad dice. On a turn, you roll the 6 dice up to 3 times. Each one features a number 1 through 6 in 6 colors. The colors don't matter now, but they'll matter later. The numbers matter when you first read them.
I was already zoned out. What?
But when I was messing around. Anyway, you roll, you
You
stop
lost me.
rolling, you score either all the dice of one color, as long as you have at least 4 of that color, or 1 die of each color. Got it. Perfect. Makes sense. You get certain combinations, such as a straight 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which makes sense. Or you get combinations like pokery combinations. You score bonus points. Whatever you don't score, though, gets scored by the player on your left, with 5 and 6s scoring double for them. I don't like that at all. Once during the game before your right-hand neighbor takes their third roll, you can ask them for, quote-unquote, the greatest of gifts.
What?
And whatever they give you that turn is doubled. This is amazing. Whoever gives away the most points receives 20 points at game's end. If you did the worst, we give you 20 points.
It's possible to give more points while also getting good stuff.
good-
So
Charity dice, I get it. Like charity dice.
Thank you.
the chat
Explain
is just
it one more
lighting.
time. They're what?
Chat is just lighting up.
Take me down to Paradise City.
The
Paradise,
box is green and the
Paradise.
dice are pretty. That is a lie.
write this
Oh
game off.
yeah.
This sounds kind of bad. I don't know. I'll try
Kind
it.
of?
I like the
Kind
idea
of?
I do like the idea of everything you don't score, the next player scores. Fine, sure.
Yeah.
This whole like, give me the greatest of gifts in one time, and if you gave away the most, you also get points. What? I don't know. I
Yeah,
gotta
that
wait and
seems-
see on this one. I tend to like their games, to be fair, but they are very bland. Their
This bland?
Bland. Oof.
their games are neat mechanically. They're very simple, very clean. They're neat, but they're not going to win any beauty pageants.
I mean, I see it sitting right next to Yahtzee just fine.
I think Yahtzee has more theme though.
Possibly.
Next up, let's talk Ark Nova and Zoo Map Pack 2.
Oh.
This features 5 new zoo designs with the same design on all 4 boards so that players can compete in the same layout, and with 4 different zoo boards with new and interesting abilities on the opposite side of those boards. You know, if you want this is going to be more maps for you. If you are an Ark Nova aficionado, there's some more coming for you.
I'm so glad this game specifically goes this route of providing variability rather than more cards. Because I'd be like, no, I'm good, Ark Nova. Like, the cards there's enough. I'm good.
The
You know?
Agricola route, yeah.
So I'm glad that it goes, here's some new maps,
No, I agree with that. All right, moving on.
Does it say is it going to be like an Essen release or?
Doesn't say a
Doesn't
thing.
say.
Thanks, Mike DeLisio, for nothing.
I wonder. Do you remember when the last map pack was released at Gen Con or it was the single longest line that we saw that whole con.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I remember you said it is at Essen, so.
Essen,
I don't know
okay,
if
it'll be
that's
at
the case,
Essen.
but- Ooh, these are pretty.
Point of View, Lost Places, and Spooky Festival.
Yes, please.
This is from Haba, actually, and you
Oh.
wouldn't think so because there's
No,
surprisingly
not at all.
little yellow on there. But yeah, this is from Haba and a first-time designer. So the idea here will be, this is going to be at Essen, by the way, as well.
Okay.
So the idea is to, the player count is 2 through 8. And
Wow.
the way it works, this is a little bit similar to Witness from what I'm gathering here. You're going to have 4 large folding maps that show you a scene with hidden objects in like a 3D style. Kind of like a, what's that little game with the cute little critters in black and white, everything.
Oh, macro?
Yeah, I'm guessing something kind of like that. But each map shows that scene from a different point of view, a different perspective.
Yes,
Nice.
I love this. This is only
Okay.
getting better.
All right, so here we go. So then you roll a bunch of dice. You can only pick the ones of the same color or the ones of the same number.
Why?
And then you
Why do
rip
you
up
crush
the
me
map
like
and
that?
you play tricks with the map. Play tricks with the
You
map.
are a dream crusher, Z Garcia.
All right, so anyway, each map shows a different perspective, and every player then only gets to see one map at a time, and you'll basically communicate and pool your information together to figure out the thing you're looking for.
I love this so much.
The game includes 40 puzzle cards, 4 copies of each of those 40 puzzle cards that challenge you with a wide array and variety of tasks.
All right, so we're doing our top 10 Essen, excitement, hype this afternoon. This is my honorable mention that I didn't know about.
It does sound good, yeah.
This looks cool.
I like the idea of sitting there looking at a big old map and saying, oh, you see the little guy with a hat behind him on my map? There's a clown about to stab him. You don't see the clown? Mm-hmm. Sharing information. And
I love it.
I'm guessing figuring out something. This reminds me of that movie that I think it was called Vantage Point.
Rashomon?
No, Vantage Point is like this movie where there's this, special agent and he's this attack happens and then the movie rewinds and then show it to you from another point of view.
Oh,
the
nice.
same thing. They do that a few times.
Oh, I want to watch that
Reminds
movie.
me of that. It's so good.
Yeah? No, it's not.
It is good.
That looks like sarcasm.
It's so good. I know. I don't know why. But
Yeah, you sounded. I was like, oh no! Don't tell me this is a cool premise and a terrible.
no, it's
movie.
a good
yeah.
movie. It's a pretty
Good.
good movie.
Okay. All right.
No, I
all right.
love the sound of this.
This sounds
so
very
cool.
good.
This is Milla's pick of the week.
Absolutely my pick of the week. To be fair, the others were trash.
What are you talking about? Trick taking and the dice with the colors?
Oh, no, I
and the
take that back
butts?
because we had butts and we also had dinosaurs. Catapult, Feud, Dinosaur,
Dino Feud.
Jurassic. Stuff.
Yes. Okay. Moving on, Lorcana. Trading card game. This is an upcoming set called Azerite C, I'm guessing is how you pronounce that. So this is going to be hitting stores November 15th, 2024. This is going to have characters from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers and Big Hero 6. So you see, so you're going to have Chip, Dale, Baymax,
Chip and Dale.
all these funky critters. Lots more here that I'm not going to go over.
Gadget,
Monterey Jack.
Jack.
You need some Monterey Jack.
I literally had a dream the other night. I told Emery about this. I was watching I made up an episode of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers in my mind. And I woke up and I was laughing. I was like, oh, that's good.
What a good day. What a good way to wake up.
prophecy.
Oh.
Anyway, you dreamt about Chip and Dale.
I don't know why.
What?
I haven't really,
That's
I
really
haven't watched
strange.
an episode of the show in 25 years.
Wow.
But
Maybe it was this.
Wow.
Something
That is
something
crazy.
did it.
Maybe you saw
right,
something as you were
So
scrolling
weird.
somewhere in the back of your mind, didn't process it.
That could be.
Interesting.
All right, there's going to be 2 starter decks here, Ruby Amber and Sapphire Emerald. Usual. Booster packs, usual. A new Lumineers Trove. 2 new playmats. New card sleeves, the whole shebang. They also have deck boxes. Yeah, pretty much everything you expect. Sounds good. The game seems to be going strong. I don't know. It seems to be doing well. And I'm glad it is.
I wonder how it's doing in Magic the Gathering circles, in local game store plays and that kind of stuff. I feel like it's going strong in our hobby, but that's also only what I see.
When
I wonder if it's actually taking off at Cool Stuff, for example.
When we go there, most of the Tuesday night of the tables there are doing Lorcana.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Well, there you go. All right, and then we've got a couple more pieces of news here. So next up, we've got Unmatched, Muhammad Ali versus Bruce Lee, a 2-pack set that's coming in 2025. So Bruce Lee has come out in the past. It was a standalone single pack that is going now, if you're trying to find one now, ridiculous prices. So they're bringing that back. They're going to change some of the text, but it is functionally the same. It is the same characters, same cards. And Muhammad Ali is a brand new creation. Okay, that's coming out right now, and they're putting them together, bringing this out. It also is going to have 2 maps, which Bruce Lee, because it was in a tiny little box, that was just a character.
Oh, right. He didn't have a
okay,
map.
nice. Yeah.
Didn't have a map. Yeah, he didn't need a map. He's Bruce Lee.
Yeah. The world is his stage.
The map should be like an octagon or something.
I'm going to assume it's going to have some sort of, fighting arena, right? It's just Muhammad Ali. So this sounds neat. Bruce Lee is a cool character. I like the character. It is a little weird if you happen to have one of these 2 already, which, again, to be fair, Bruce Lee, I guess, is pretty rare right now, or was pretty rare. So what happens if you have one already? I guess you're just paying all this money for just Muhammad Ali and the maps, you know.
But I mean, you still have you did say it's going to be tweaked a little bit, right?
The language is being updated to their current formatting. I think it's the same
But
thing.
the power, so the card will function the same. It's just
Yes.
language that's different. Okay, so
you are buying it again if you happen
all
to
right.
have it. Not a big deal, I suppose. Sell the one you've got for a bunch of money. I don't know.
Right, before this one gets released and people realize I don't have to pay
Right.
$250
Sucker those fools before
Sucker
this is. You have until
some fools.
Until what? 2025? You got a couple months. Get on it.
There you go.
Muhammad Ali and Donatello teaming up soon.
Oh
is going to be
Goodness.
my.
Yes.
That's going to be a
I know you're a
delight.
Donnie fan.
I know. Daredevil
Yeah. He's
and
nerdy.
Cassius
Yeah.
Clay.
No, Donnie's mine, so I just didn't know.
Oh,
My
okay.
favorite, yeah. So
My favorite is Shredder. No.
She's
No.
Rocksteady
No.
and Bebop.
okay, I
Oh,
do
yeah,
like
well, that's-
that. I do like that. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
One of them's a donkey. Right?
Okay.
No? I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Sure. You tried.
All right, next up, and the last piece of news today, Dungeons & Dragons Builders of Baldur's Gate. This is a brand new game coming out from WizKids. It will hit retail June 2025, and it is a game designed by Matthew Dunstan, Chris.
Interesting. Okay.
It's a new city building game. Players assume the roles of the heads of powerful families in Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is a location, Milla, in the Dungeons & Dragons universe.
Oh, I know.
Dungeons and
know
Dragons,
that.
Milla, is a role-playing video game invented by Slary
Cassius
Gygax.
Clay.
You know what? That would have gotten me.
Gygax.
That would have gotten me 6 months
Cassius
ago.
Clay
Okay.
Gygax.
All right. I'm in the know now.
They will be tasked, these players, with growing their prestige by building new businesses within the 9 districts of the city and extending their family's influence by gaining favor in 3 main factions of the city: the Council of 4, the Flaming Fist, and the Thieves Guild. I only know one of those. By placing buildings such as special keeps, gates, and watchtowers, players will gain influence cubes. Here we go. That will help them grow. However, players still need to be wary of outside threats, like the monsters that attack the outer walls, which will force temporary alliances between families to stop them. So it sounds a little semi-co-op a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
The most powerful, like you have to team up sometimes to stop fools from attacking you.
You
Yeah.
do. Sometimes you have to.
What is the term?
Traitor.
Not semi-co-op. Like we were talking about this yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Like more collaborative. It's still a competitive game, but at times you have to collaborate.
Right.
Yeah.
Is kind of the. I don't know. That could
It's
be
a
interesting
stop,
in this.
collaborate, and
Interesting.
listen, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I get that one.
the game is for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, plays in 90 minutes. It will retail for $64.99, at least here.
Oh, that's a.
And I'm assuming it's a big game, though. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, the components don't. I don't know how much of the game we're seeing right there, but.
These are plastic castle pieces and whatnot,
and
so
are they like, I mean.
yeah.
like,
You can
tell
use
me
them
when.
in Catapult
Tell me-
Feud. All right, everybody, that's going to do it. That's the news.
Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, you would love to game with us at one of our conventions. Check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Bassel.